What is up, everyone? Today we're doing a trade recap. I ended up taking a break even and a winning trade, which was kind of nice. But it started with the break even trade was kind of a little bit of annoying, and it just because news came out. But so today was a really tough day in the market. I think today, not that like I'm an expert or anything, but I think like you had to have a good understanding of the market to be able to excel today. So like going into the day, very bearish overall. Why is that? We're in this 4 hour imbalance. I can get these out of here. So we're inside this 4 hour imbalance. I mark up like the high time frame imbalances before I go to sleep, just because I know like it's close to that. So we come up, rebalance to this imbalance. I assume this is going to be a market maker sell model because a retracement is just a continuation on another model. So I'm looking for this right here. So I keep zooming in, trying to really identify. The big thing for me to be bearish today was this 1 hour change in the state we had to the downside right here. So this may be super bearish overall, and this inverse right here. So we have an hourly inverse and an hourly change in the state. That's going to make me super bearish. Now, zooming in and out. So around ES comes down and takes this low really early, puts in an SMT right at like market open. So then we buy up, take this internal high, while still, if you notice something huge, something big about today, we never disrespect this 15-minute. Higher time frame, higher power. As you see, we never inverse this 15-minute right here. And so the first time we come up, take this high, we put in an SMT right here, right at like 9:45 macro time. So we put in this high right here, and we get a 5-minute change in the state right here, right? Downward candle close before the upward candle close. So we get this 5-minute change in the state here that never ends up getting disrespected once we get it. We just get a mean wick up and then a big wick down. So we get that 5-minute change in the state. So at that point, all I'm really looking for is a pullback for me to enter. Where do I want to enter? I enter off this imbalance right here. Oh. So as you see, I get a good fill because I set my limit. I enter like right at the 5-minute CC, and I have my stop at this high right here at first. So this is what my target looks like, right? It's a big trade. It's a good trade. I'm a big fan of it. Now, so I'm weary that news comes out soon though. So we start to chop. News comes out, pushes us really low, right? When news pushes us really low, I'm like this. Runner stops to break even because you have to do that. Because news is manipulation. So we're either gonna manipulate straight down and launch to TP, or we're gonna kind of do this like chop area. So then we come up, stop me out at break even, which I would have gotten stopped out regardless because of this right here. And as you see, we come up and so I'm erasing that. So we're still very bearish. The 15-minute hasn't inversed this yet. We're still very selling. And now I'm still very bearish. We haven't taken my draw yet, so I'm still on the charts. That's the way how I do it, right? So then we have this right here, right? This is our 1-minute CISD after this stop raid. We get a displacement down, take the internal low, but not the external low yet. We retrace all the way back up. Looking back on it, if I was more confident in my bias, I probably would have entered with this right here, like off this inverse and, this. This is probably the more confident trade to take. But I wasn't super confident with that yet, and I wanted to see this get inversed right here. So you got to like think about how you have to stack all of these confluences on top of each other. So look, we have this 15-minute, right? So it gets inversed like right here, right? So it's 10:15, 15-minute candle close. We come in, put a top wick in this inverse, right? Top wick in this inverse, and then we start to continue off. So once we put that top wick in, I'm very bearish. So I want to get in. So I get in on this retracement right here. And it looked scary at first because we blew right through my entry, but then I had trust in my bias. So once we started to sell, I slowly tried to trail my stop. I don't know. I need to trust the higher time frame a little bit more though, for sure. But as you see, the 15-minute wick that gets put in this imbalance never gets disrespected. As you see, I have it drawn out. That was the key factor in my trading it lower. So we come down, sell off, stops go to break even. Now I did something kind of advanced here that I lost out on a couple points, but this was my original TP. But I thought price would get down to this low right here, which I should probably zoom out, which is east. The low down here because ES was super close to it. So when we blew through this low, I started to trail my stop really tight. So my stop was basically at my take profit, but I had an extended stop just in case we are going to continue to sell. So I had my stop at this high prior to or it might have been this high right here. I think it was this high, and then we came back, respected this fair value gap, then blasted through it, then came back down, and I would have sold here, so I would have got, 75 more points, but I probably should have just had my full TP, but it's okay, it happens, you know, but yeah, so that's the winning trade of the day, and draw was correct, bias was correct, everything was correct, it looks really good. Right now we have a big SMT in though, so I expect this probably to be the buy model to start, right? We have our smart money reversal inside this big imbalance. So I expect us to start buying now. But those are my two trades on today. Very good trades. Very I'd say they're definitely more advanced trades. They took some time to recognize and be able to understand where price is, waiting for all the fractal development to, happen inside the chop. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. If you want to join my Discord, link in the description. Thank you guys so much. God bless.